The epic struggle over the throne of Hastinapur has begun. Use your influence over the ancient heroes of India to sway them to join your side. Enlist the help of other Rajas. And make your own preparations for war before they do. In Throne of Hastinapur, players draft dice to obtain the favor of heroes. Activate game-changing Raja effects. Or to compile their own perfect army to gain advantage for the inevitable Kurukshetra war. Throne of Hastinapur is a family game for up to 5 players in less than a half hour. Within the box you will find 10 custom dice, 30 beautifully illustrated cards, and 150 tokens.
Hello and welcome to this crowd sale. Thank you for joining me today and checking this campaign out. My name is Joshua Sprung and I've been co-designing this game with my good friend Sylvain Plante. We've been working on this for a few years and COVID kind of stretched that time out a little more than we wanted to, but we're really proud of where this game's at right now, and we're happy and excited to get it out to a crowd sale. Today you're looking into Throne of Hastinapur. This is a game for 2 to 5 players. It's very quick and easy to learn, so it's very much a family-oriented game, but it's full of tough decisions. Those decisions become a little bit more difficult as your options get more narrowed. It plays in about 30 minutes. Even with 5 players, it's just a little over 30 minutes. So it's really quick, gets to the table fast, setup's quick, and then players have a good time, and usually they want to play again because it's such a quick game. The base game comes with 10 custom dice, 30 cards, and 150 tokens. So there's a lot of stuff in this little box. I'm also including in this campaign a free STL file for those of you that have access to a 3D printer to 3D print this guy, a little Indian elephant that you can use as a first player marker to pass around the table as you go. Otherwise, for those that don't, the game does include this cool little elephant meeple. All of the hero cards that are in the game include these beautiful illustrations that were done by an Indian artist named Rajkumar Nanchala. You can see these here. So there's a lot of attention to detail and a lot of cultural references of the time. I think these turned out beautifully. I don't know if I've gone through them all or not. Okay, last one. So the game itself, to describe the game, it's a dice drafting game. You're going to be drafting dice in a snake draft, and based on the faces of those dice, you're going to be placing tokens on various heroes of the era. The theme of the game is it's kind of a prelude to war. You're trying to influence other leaders, other heroes, to basically make your side the winning team for the upcoming war. So it's not a war game, it's a prelude to war. And whoever has the most victory points at the end will win the game. The basic version of the game is here. In addition to the base game, we also have available a beautiful fully illustrated playmat, nice map of India at the time, and it has some marked out locations for you to place the cards and keep things really nice and organized. We also have a custom dice tower that we created, and it's a really nice thing to have because you can roll the dice, and not only that, but you can pass it around the table. Because you are drafting dice, it can be a lot more convenient to pass all the dice around rather than reaching all the way across the table. The deluxe version includes the base game, the playmat, and the dice tower, and it also includes card sleeves for your tarot-sized cards. Some of you may be asking, what is a crowd sale? Crowd sale is very similar to a Kickstarter, wherein people pledge within a certain window of time. At the end of the campaign, those pledges are then collected, and then sometime in the future, sometimes with Kickstarter it takes many years to get your product that you have pledged for. Crowd sale is different in the fact that it's ran straight through the game crafter, and instead of stretch goals, you have basically a number of sales. As you sell more copies of the game, the cost per copy for everyone goes down. So it's kind of like a bulk order of the game itself. So for every 10 copies, there's a discount as you go down the line. And at the end of the campaign, everyone is charged the lowest price at that time based on the number of sales for that campaign. So really get the word out there. It'll make the game cheaper for you and everybody else that joins in. In addition to that, after the crowd sale is complete, the orders immediately go into the game crafter, into their production queue. So instead of waiting for years to get your copy of the game, it instead might just take a couple months. So in that regard, you're going to get your copy much sooner. Thank you so much for watching and considering purchasing Throne of Hastinapur.